Gentlemen, as I stated before this tour began, John Lennon's remark was taken out of context and he deeply and sincerely regrets any offence he might have caused.
That's what you say, Mr. Epstein.
That's what John Lennon said last week in Chicago, if I might quote. I'm sorry I said it really. I never meant it to be a lousy religious thing. I apologize. End of quote. Now, if you excuse me, there's nothing further I wish to say on this issue.
You call that an apology, Mr. Epstein? Well, what about the I've got a comment.
I suppose there's a few angry citizens out there.
John, you can't say that the Beatles are more popular than Christ and not expect this kind of reaction.
Should have put on me battle gear.
There'll be plenty of extra security. We'll go in, do a quick show and get off. And no interviews. I'll take care of those.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles!
I know that you were close to John Cage, and you toured Japan with him in 1962. But your music is diametrically opposed to his.
Oh, yes, it is. John Cage taught me a great deal, and I consider him a good friend and all that. But I believe that all sound possibilities have already been explored, and the future of contemporary music belongs to the imaginary sound. Oh, excuse me for a minute, please.
Certainly.
Thank you for saving me from a very boring man.
You've been invited to London. They want you to speak at the symposium on the destruction of art at the Institute of Contemporary Arts.
Great. So what's the problem?
Well, we just got back from Japan, and I don't feel like dragging the baby on another long trip.
Yoko travels well.
But we're just getting settled.
This is very important to me, Tony. I want to go.
Do you have any comment about the Vietnam conflict?
1, 2, 3, 4.
You don't like war. War is wrong.
Is it something that takes up much of your thoughts?
We think about it all the time. We don't like it. We don't agree with it. We think it's wrong.
Okay, that's it for tonight. The lads are exhausted.
Come on, just a couple more questions, huh?
Sorry, tomorrow maybe.
Good night. I am exhausted.
Me too.
Okay. Good night. Good night.
All right, very funny. I thought I asked you to stay away from this Vietnam thing.
We're thousands of miles away from it. I'm very glad to be here too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much.
Look, it's not a joke, you know.
We know it's not a joke, Eppie. Those are real people getting killed there. Just look at your telly. Do you expect us to ignore it?
Politics and music are like religion and music. They don't mix.
Music? What music?
I can't hear a bloody note we're playing out there.
He's right. It's like working in a bell factory. You don't hear the bells anymore.
We'll get better sound engineers. We can fix that.
It can't be fixed. We're doing things in the studio we can't do on the stage. We'd have to bring along a string octet just to play Eleanor Rigby.
We can do that.
We don't want to do that. We should be simplifying, not complicating. Are any of us having fun anymore? Squeezing 10 songs into 20 minutes for a herd of screaming banshees. I'm bloody sick of it.
I think we all need a long, long rest.
I like that.
Excuse me.
Can I hammer a nail?
No.
But the sign says.
I know what the sign says, but the exhibition isn't open yet.
Hello, John.
Hello, John, yourself.
Glad you could make it. Well, I see you've met Yoko.
Oh, you're the artist.
Yoko, this is John Lennon.
Hello.
She won't let me hammer a nail.
I want to keep the board clean for the opening.
Oh, come on, Yoko. Just let him do one.
Okay. I'll let you hammer in one nail if you give me 5 shillings.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you an imaginary 5 shillings and I'll hammer in an imaginary nail.
Don't you do that. What do you think this is? This is not a game, you know.
I'm sorry. See you later, John.
You've no idea who that was, have you?
John something.
Lennon? The Beatles?
Oh. Puffing and globbering, they drugged themselves rampling or dancing with wild abdomen, stubbing in wild costumes amongst themselves.
You should stick to music.
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sit back and let the evening go. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's wonderful to be here, it's certainly a thrill. You're such a lovely audience, we'd like to take you home with us, we'd love to take you home.
Ah, Brian. Listen to this. Cloud piece. Imagine the clouds dripping. Dig a hole in your garden to put them in. Echo telephone piece. Get a telephone that only echoes back your voice. Call every day and talk about many things. The girl's mad.
Who wrote it?
Yoko Ono.
Ah.
Oh, you know her work?
She has a sense of humour, I'll say that for her.
She's a bloody original mind is what she is.
You know, I've been thinking it would really help the album if we did another tour. We could release it in June, start out in August. It has been a year since we did the last tour.
What does Paul say?
I've come to you first.
I don't think we need it.
Hello. You?
Miss Ono?
Yes?
BBC here.
Oh, hello.
Well, now, this afternoon, this is the scene outside the offices of the British Board of Film Censors. Japanese artist Miss Yoko Ono, her husband, Mr. Tony Cox, the producer, and a lot of her friends here, all protesting against the banning of her film entitled Number 4. This 90-minute film consists of 365 bare bottoms. Miss Ono is the same artist who quite recently wrapped the lions in Trafalgar Square.
what?
Right, Miss Ono?
Oh, yes, I'm not putting...
She's the artist that wrote this book.
This is very
The one from the Indica Gallery.
The censor will change his mind and allow us to show it publicly.
Yes, but why have you chosen bare bottoms as your subject matter?
Oh, it's very simple, really. I mean, how often do you find something that is, graphically interesting and amusing, too?
Right. Yeah.
This is Yoko Ono.
Hello, Yoko Ono.
I'm here with John Cage, and he's putting together a book of original scores of contemporary composers. Would you like to contribute a piece?
Sure. Come by the Abbey Road Studios, and I'll have something ready for you.
Great. When?
Anytime today.
I'll be there. Goodbye. These are lyrics. Don't you have the music?
You asked for original scores. That's how we write.
Yes, but what about the music?
In here. Neil, get us some music sheets on these tunes, will you? Lads, say hello to Yoko.
Why?
All right.
Hello. I liked your book. It's crazy stuff, you know, rather Joycean.
It's more like Spike Milligan. It's funny, most of it I did while avoiding boring lectures on
The psychology of colour in contemporary art.
You went to art school?
Yeah, I gave her up for rock and roll.
John! Can I have your autograph, please? Don't you consider your music as part of your art?
It's different.
Why?
Because art doesn't have a hit parade. Come on, let's get out of here. Come on.
Shoots! Good! Saved by shoulder!
Hello, Mal. This is Yoko.
Oh, we've met.
What about the Miss Powdy?
Come on, then.
There goes Johnson.
I've got juice, beer, or milk.
Oh, nothing for me, thank you.
Yeah, I'll have the same. Paul and I have knocked off a few songs here.
Oh, do you always write your songs together?
Well, all the songs of Lennon and McCartney, if that's what you mean. That's an agreement we made. Mostly these days we do our own. Penny Lane is his, Strawberry Fields is mine, and so on. Sometimes we fill in each other's middle eight. Do you know what a middle eight is?
Well, I know that's not classical. Is it like intermezzo or something?
I know that's not rock and roll. We seem to be heading in opposite directions.
It's time for me to go.
Wait a minute. Maybe we can meet sometime.
I'm going to be very busy.
Look, I'd like to learn more about your work.
Well, I'm going to be doing a show at the Listen Gallery. You can come to see that.
When?
When I find a sponsor.
What's the exhibit?
Are you really interested?
Yes.
Well, it's called Half a Wind Show. And it's a room full of everyday objects, you know, like bed, table, chair, clock, radio. And everything is cut perfectly in half, and it's painted white.
You could even put the other halves in bottles and sell them.
That's good, I like that.
I'll tell you what. Bring Pete Shotton at my office tomorrow. I'll arrange with him to give you the money.
You mean that?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Epstein's body was discovered early this morning, apparently the victim of an accidental overdose of sleeping pills. The Beatles were informed of the death of their manager during a meditation weekend at the retreat of the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi in Bangor, Wales. Mr. Epstein was 32 years of age.
Ametze menocha nochona tachat kanfei hashechina.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
I was in the vicinity. Can I come in?
Oh, sure, come in. How did you know where I lived?
Oh, I've got me spies. Nice place you got here.
Thanks.
Kitchen. Nice. Sort of empty looking. I like that.
Well, you can fill it with imaginary furniture, you know. You can sit wherever you like.
I just came to see your work.
Oh, you know, pieces are still at the gallery. You didn't come to see Half a Winter Show. I expected to see you.
No, I was busy. Your manager died.
Oh, yes, I heard. I'm sorry.
I've had my share of deaths. It's best to look forward. Your kettle's about to blow its lid.
Oh, would you like some tea?
Tea would be nice.
Good. Oh, reviews from the show on the desk here.
These are bad reviews here.
Oh, some are bad, some are good.
Well, you keep the bad ones.
Well, yes, I'm interested in opinions, you know. Do you notice that all the critics are men? The art world's a man's world, you know. Critics and artists. London is worse than New York, but no place is worse than Tokyo. Tokyo, they still expect the woman to walk 10 paces behind the man. It's ridiculous, really.
Yours?
Oh, it's my daughter's.
Oh, daughter. You have a daughter?
Yes, Yoko. She's a 4.
My son's 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't look old enough.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
Well, you wanted tea, didn't you?
That's tea leaves. Have you never made tea before?
Well, actually, I always had somebody to make it for me.
Hey, your mother's a beauty. You haven't changed much. Your eyes weren't afraid then, and they still aren't. And you were little then, and you still are. So you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth?
Oh, no, platinum.
And my spoon was tin. Liverpool working class. My mother was an usherette in the pictures and my father was a sailor.
Are you close to them?
My dad ran off when I was born. My mother gave me over to be raised by my Auntie Mimi and my Uncle George. Oh, it was best, you know, they took good care of me. Mimi looks in on me even now. She can't get the mothering out of her system, you know. My Uncle George taught me to read from the newspapers. Yeah, he was a good man.
He was? He's not?
No, he's dead now. He died when I was 14. My mother died 3 years after. Don't know why I'm telling you this. It must be depressing you.
No. Where did you inherit the music?
Well, my mother played a pretty good banjo.
Oh, really?
What about you? Do you have a musician in the family?
Oh, my father, he plays the classical piano.
Well, for a living?
Oh, no. For a living, he's a banker.
I love your smile. You don't show it very often, do you?
Well, I guess you have to talk to my mother about that. You know, ever since childhood, I remember her saying, Yoko, stop smiling. Smiling is for shopkeepers.
What does your name mean in English?
It means ocean child.
I like that. I suppose we'd better go. I'm going to India to study with the Maharishi. There's a whole group of us going. Why don't you come?
Well, I have a Paris exhibit. I have to get ready. I could write to you.
That'd be nice. Don't hide that smile.
Hello?
Hello yourself. I'm back.
You're back early.
Yeah, the Maharishi had no answers for me. I loved your letters. You're daft, you know.
Thank you.
Cynthia's in Greece.
Tony's in Paris with Yoko.
I want to see her.
When?
Tonight? Now? Instantly.
Thank you.
is clear in our world.
There's no looking back, you know. This is it. I'm not gonna let you go. We'll be together from now on.
We have other people to think about.
I love you, Yoko.
I love you too.
So what else is there?
Can we discuss this?
There's nothing to discuss. I've made my mind up.
I know you've had affairs before.
That's not what this is.
I want Kyoko to stay with me.
We can share her.
Do you know where you'll be living? Then she should stay with me.
For now.
So, have you moved out then?
Yeah. I'm gonna need a place.
I'm leaving the flat in Montague Square. You're welcome to it.
Thanks, Rich.
It's not right. I mean, it's crazy.
I think we are the exhibition. Actually, we've come to present our own work as part of it all.
You have to understand the church's position. You are both married to other people.
We are planting 2 acorns for peace as a symbol of East and West coming together. Is your church against peace?
Of course not.
Against brotherhood?
Of course not, but we have standards of morality.
If the church's view of the morality of artists dominated history, most of the art in the world wouldn't exist, would it?
But we're not talking about art here.
What do you mean we are not talking about art?
Not in the classic sense.
My work is exhibited in every major country in the world. What do you know about art? You talk to me about art.
It's an exhibition of sculpture.
Yeah, I'm giving you a sculpture, living sculpture that grows.
But it's not the same.
You, get on the phone right now. You call every living sculptor in the country. Call America. Call Japan. Call Henry Moore. You get Henry Moore on the phone. Go! You get him on the phone right now. And you ask him whether or not this is art.
We are planting these acorns as a symbol of the East and the West coming together. This is what happens when 2 clouds meet.
Where are the rest of the Beatles? Weren't they invited?
Yes, they were invited. Seems they have better things to do.
And what's happening with Cynthia? Is it true you're getting a divorce?
What's this about then? Self-indulgence. It's gone balmy.
Yoko Ono. What is that? Chinese or Japanese? I don't know. Oriental something.
Well, at least he'll have clean laundry.
It's a racist country. These people believe in the British Empire, the superiority of the Anglo-Saxon. They owned half the world, for God's sake. If your skin was black or yellow or brown, you were a colonial and you belonged to them.
What, do you think this is the only place, John? I'm getting hate letters from Japan, too. Racism doesn't have national boundaries or anything like that. So what are you going to do? You just have to forget about it.
I've had a taste of it of my own. When we came here from Liverpool, they all laughed at the Beatles, the way we dressed, the way we talked. We were those queer Liverpudlians, and Liverpudlians are the niggers of England.
Well, I guess it's going to make things really complicated for a child, isn't it? John, I'm pregnant.
No.
Yes.
I can't believe it. It's the best news.
Number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9.
I don't see what your problem is.
I've no problem with the song, or the execution, or the production. But I have a problem with it in its relationship to the other songs on the album.
Yoko Ono meets Linda Reisman.
Hello.
Hi.
You 2 girls get acquainted. I have a little work to do.
I've heard a lot about your work. I'd love to see it sometime.
Oh, are you an artist?
Photographer.
But John, it's experimental music.
Everything we've ever done has been experimental music. From Eleanor Rigby to Strawberry Fields. Look, George, I wanted to put that out as a single and nobody agreed with me. Now you're saying it shouldn't even be on the album.
It's just talking about its place in relation to the other songs.
What songs? Obladi Oblada. Look, the whole point of forming Apple was to do what we wanted. If that's been lost somewhere, what's the point of it? We might as well be accountants. What the bloody hell? Ring the office. Tell them to get a lawyer.
Detective Sergeant Norman Pilcher, Scotland Yard Drug Enforcement Squad, with a warrant to search these premises for evidence of unlawful substances.
You have no right in here. Get out! Get out!
Sorry, miss. Police business.
Did you call a lawyer?
Yes, he's on his way.
Sergeant, I think we found something here.
They're willing to drop the obstruction of justice charge.
There was no obstruction. I couldn't have got to the door any faster.
But they've got you on the drug charge.
That binocular case didn't even belong to us. Do you know how many people used to live in that flat before us?
John, it's not worth the fight. This is a first offence and a small quantity of cannabis. Plead guilty, pay the fine, and put it behind you as quickly as possible. I think I can arrange for you to take on the responsibility alone and keep Yoko out of it.
I don't want to be kept out of it.
You're not a British citizen. The drug conviction could get you deported. Are you all right?
Yoko?
Mr. Lennon, you can go in now.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Better. I'll have to be here for a while.
The doctor told me.
Maybe until I have a baby.
I'm moving in.
You can't do that.
Why not? There's an empty bed there.
John, it's for another patient. The hospital won't let you.
When they bring another patient in, I'll camp on the floor, but they're not getting me out of this room.
Cynthia Lennon had no comment this morning after being granted a divorce from Beatle John Lennon, who remains camped in a room with Yoko Ono at Queen Charlotte's Maternity Hospital. Miss Ono's own divorce from American Tony Cox is still pending, though it would appear amicable.
Mr. Lennon, I'm sorry. It's only a matter of time. I've told her. I'm very sorry.
Michael, light the 2K. Now light the other 2K next to it. And pan that around. That's it, hold it there and flash it. Flash it again. Okay. Okay, just kill the other one and leave it on.
She is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. be when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree?
When did we become the 5 Beatles?
Let it be.
Maybe we should all bring our women into the sessions.
Are we ready then?
Come on, let's go.
Where's George? George!
In a minute.
We're ready.
I'm not.
Maybe if you softened up a little on those last 2 notes.
Fine.
I always seem to be annoying you.
All right. I'll play whatever you want me to play. Or I won't play at all if you don't want me to play. Can you tell me what we're supposed to be doing here? I mean, if we're just back up for each other, I'd rather be playing with Clapton or Ravi Shankar. It's more fun, you know.
I understand. What do you want me to do about it?
Look, we're in trouble. We both know that. People are robbing us and living off us. All our money goes into Apple. It never gets out. Let It Be was a bore as far as I'm concerned. 100 hours of film for what?
It's not that bad.
Look, I'm not blaming you, but you, me, none of us know how to run a company.
Well, we're in agreement there, but we disagree on who. I think we should sign with Lee Eastman.
Keep it in the family. I've already signed with Alan Klein. And I spoke to George and Ringo, and they're going to sign with him as well.
Not me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Yoko.
John Lennon.
Did you see their faces? We nearly went cross-eyed looking down the noses at the rock and roll Aborigine. It was great.
You liked it?
Sure, didn't you?
Yes, I did. You terrible.
I've never played pure feedback before. It was bloody great fun.
This is making me sad.
Hey.
John, don't. I really can't stand it.
You can't close your eyes to it.
But do you think your eyes open because you watch it? You know, you're famous. People listen to you. What are you saying to them? I want to hold your hand.
It's a good tune.
It's a good tune, but it says nothing to a world that's falling apart.
And what does your work say?
Well, maybe we should both say something. We are both in this world. We are both artists. Artists should be participants.
Oh, Lord. Is it the second coming, then?
Hiya, Mimi.
Good to see you.
Hey, I brought Yoko to meet you. This is my Auntie Mimi.
Hello.
Hello. I read in the news that Paul got married last week. Were you at the wedding?
None of us was.
So, you married an American?
So what do you think of Yoko?
Don't know much about her. But you seem to be making a spectacle of yourself.
Don't believe everything you read in the newspapers.
It's not the papers I'm looking at now.
It's just style, Mimi.
You were always one for that. If it was unpopular, it was just your style. Call her in for tea. I hope you're not thinking of marrying.
Say we decided to go on a secret honeymoon to the Isle of Capri. The newspapers would have been bound to find out, and it would have been just as hectic as it has been here. So we thought, why not make something constructive of all the publicity we were bound to get?
Do you think this is a significant form of protest?
Well, it attracted you here, didn't it? Come on, let's be honest. You came here because you thought you were going to see me and Yoko bleeping for peace in bed. We just want to show people that there are many forms of protest against violence. And we believe that peace is only got by peaceful methods. And to fight the establishment with their own methods is no good, because they always win. And they've been winning for thousands of years. I mean, they know how to play the game of violence, and it's easier for them if they can recognize you and shoot you.
Why Amsterdam? Why not stage your wedding in Saigon?
Because I don't want to get shot.
Aren't you afraid of being viewed by the world as ridiculous?
Well, the worst thing that can happen is giving people a laugh, right? And it's good to laugh, too, because the ones who make war don't know what laughter is.
Look, you can laugh at us if you like. We'll gladly play the world's clowns if it makes people think of peace instead of war. A body coming through the rye. Can a body kiss a body, need a body cry. Every laddie has a lassie, then they say her eye. Yet all the lassies smile at me.
A cow! Stop, let's pet them.
You don't pet cows, Kyoko, you milk them.
They don't have cows in New York City, you know.
Let's milk them.
No, not those.
Why? Because they're balls.
Because they're what?
Balls.
We all live in the yellow submarine. Come on. A yellow submarine. I can't hear ya. Yellow submarine. We all live in the yellow submarine. Come on. Yellow submarine.
Done.
Are the children all right?
They're fine. Cynthia's come to pick Julian up. And Kyoko's got a small cut above her lip. A few stitches, nothing serious.
Tony's going to be so angry.
Oh, look, forget Tony. It's all right.
Everything was so good and now it's gone.
Yeah, I love this place. It reminds me of a park I used to play in when I was a kid in Liverpool called Calderstones. It is so like it, isn't it?
It's really beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Listen, John. ATV wants to take over Northern Songs. And you and Paul don't own enough shares between you to stop them.
It's our company.
It's a public company. 3,000 shareholders eager to sell.
What the bloody hell is this? You're telling me I don't own my own songs anymore? The point of me hiring you was for protection.
And Paul hired Lee Eastman for the same reason, and he's in the same boat. I'm sorry, John. But the only way to protect yourself in a situation like this is to outbid ATV for control. You don't have that kind of money.
For God's sake!
I don't even own my own songs anymore. Can't believe it.
You never give me your money. You only give me your funny paper. And in the middle of negotiations, you break down. I never give you my number. I only give you my situation. And in the middle of investigations, I break down.
Try it again. With a little less anger.
I want to fly.
Fly or flee?
I see the writing on the wall, and my feet are still rooted in the ground. All four of us have outgrown the group. And the roots are intertwined. And who wants to be the one to start tearing? There's still one way to fly.
No, John, I can't. I'm pregnant.
When will it be?
December. We have to stop this stuff, okay? We have to cleanse our bodies, eat properly. Please.
Yeah.
Temperatures rising, fever's high.
Maybe what we need to do is like get back to square one, you know. Get back to the music. Go on the road with a small band.
I've just done that.
We're not a small band anymore. Nobody can change that, can they?
How about a concert then? Well, not an ordinary concert. Something different. Maybe North Africa. Playing an amphitheatre. Or a cruise around the world with us as the house band.
I think you're daft.
I wasn't going to tell you, but I want out. I want a divorce.
Are you going to announce it then?
No. We'll pretend business as usual, but I'm out.
People say we got it made. Don't they know we're so afraid? Isolation. We're afraid to be alone. Everybody got to have a home.
Can I come in?
Yes, you come in.
It's all right. We're still together. I love this tiny little hand and this tiny little person. Hey, did I ever tell you? I used to be crazy about Bridget Bardot. I fancied her blonde hair, you know, and every girl I went out with had to have blonde hair. Cynthia even bleached their hair for me, you know. And now here I am, madly in love with this tiny Oriental with pitch black hair. So what do you think? Would you go blonde for me?
I don't expect you to understand after you've caused so much pain.
I've kept my mouth shut for 6 months to keep up appearances, and he uses it to publicise his new album. I could have done that with cold turkey. I could have done it with live peace in Toronto.
What good is that?
It's good for me, but
It's not good for the furniture.
to hell with the furniture.
Who are you kicking, a Paul or yourself?
It's over. It's really over.
In London High Court today, Paul McCartney began proceedings to end the Beatles' partnership.
I don't believe in Beatles. Just believe in me. Yoko and me. say the dream is over. Yesterday I was the dream weaver, but now I'm reborn. I was the walrus, but now I'm John. And so, dear friends, you just have to carry on. The dream is over.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Ohio.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Hello.
Have you ever visited Japan before?
A few years ago. I never left the hotel room.
He was on concert tour with the Beatles.
You have a lovely home.
Thank you. The Yasudas have always had very beautiful families.
I can see that.
It's a pity that Yoko keeps her hair that way. She has a beautiful forehead. You should convince her to put her hair up.
How does one convince Yoko?
Papa, what do you think of John?
It might be easier to have an opinion if I could see him without all that hair covering his face.
What do you think of the person?
What do you think of him?
I love him.
Then I will think well of him.
The divorce agreement allowed Yoko free access to Kyoto. Tony's not doing that. Between Denmark, the Virgin Islands and Mallorca, he's doing his damnedest to keep her away from us. Seems he disapproves of our lifestyle.
Can you blame him? You're not exactly the Brady Bunch.
She's my daughter.
Your life's in a fishbowl, Yoko. He's looking at that. For a while there, every time you turned around, the cops were shoving an arrest warrant in your face.
One trumped-up pot busting some infringement on artistic expression, which we won, remember?
I'm not a lawyer, but I can tell you that a child custody case can be pure hell. It could drag on for years. In the meanwhile, possession being 9/10 of the law, Kyoko will be living with Tony.
Then maybe it should be us with the possession.
What do you mean, take her?
Let Tony do the chasing for a while.
No, John, we can't do that.
It's your daughter, Yoko. You have a right to be with her.
Yoko. Come here.
Signor Lennon?
You do realize, Miss Ono, that you could be charged with kidnapping.
Kidnapping? How can I kidnap my own child?
This court has no jurisdiction to make a decision on custody. That is for an American court to decide. However, I am going to allow Yoko to remain with her father. I spoke to the child in private. That is her choice.
She hates me.
No.
She does. She hates me.
No, Yoko. Doesn't mean anything what she did. She's just a little girl.
She's old enough.
She's not old enough. I know how she feels. I've been in her shoes. I was just 5 years old when I first set eyes on my father. He took me to Blackpool for the weekend. Just the two of us. Oh, I had a wonderful time. I was swimming in the ocean, playing in the sand. It was just him and me. Father and son. And before the weekend was done, he was talking to me about living with him in New Zealand. Oh, it sounded great fun to me. Then before I knew it, I was standing between him and my mum, and he's putting this choice to me. I just chose the one that had given me the recent best time. But my mum went off crying. I realised what I'd done, and I chased after her. So don't you feel Yoko hates you? And don't you give up on trying to get her back.
This is my favorite place.
It's nice.
I used to live near here.
When?
1960. $50.50 a month. Cold water. Smoke glass windows you couldn't see out of. But it had a beautiful skylight. I always felt more connected to the sky than to the city.
I like it here.
May! Hello.
Mr. Klein?
You running the studio?
Sure.
You enjoying your new job?
Terrific. It's really exciting.
Great. And you never said that when you worked for me.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us.
Hi, Alan.
Hi, Phil.
Mr. Decline.
What do you think, Alan? Is it a bullet to the top of the charts or what?
It's a winner. The whole album's gonna be a winner. Listen, I got some great news. Can you spare me a minute outside?
Yeah, sure.
So have you heard something from the detectives?
We haven't had any luck so far. They know Tony Broder here from Mallorca, but they can't tell me whether they're still in New York.
Oh, well, when can they tell us? My visa's only good for 9 months.
Don't worry about it. These people are the best. Listen,
George is putting together a benefit concert for the victims of Bangladesh.
Good for George.
We booked Madison Square Garden for August 1st. And we've got Dylan, Leon Russell, Eric Clapton, and Ringo. How do you feel about appearing?
It's for a good cause.
Yeah, look, I just don't want to give people the impression that the Beatles are getting back together. It's a fantasy and it'll never happen.
You'll appear as John Lennon with your own backup.
Yoko and I'll be there.
The invitation's for you, John.
What do you mean?
I know what he means.
I don't do it.
He's even turned down Mick and Joan Baez.
I don't give a damn about Mick or Joan Baez.
I understand, but you know George. He's just picking his friends.
When are you people going to realize that John and Yoko is one word?
John!
No!
What's the point in running away from me?
Don't start ranting and raving, John. It doesn't make things easier.
I can break his neck, you know.
Shut up, okay? Just don't talk right now. No, I used to be Yoko Ono, the artist. Yoko Ono, the woman, the person. All that's been lost in England. I'm simply the Jap who stole John Lennon from his wife, broke up the Beatles, turned Lennon into eccentric radical. That's how I am perceived. That will never be forgotten or forgiven.
Let's not go back. It's time to move on anyway. I had to leave Liverpool for London because that was the centre. But now New York's the centre. This is where everything's happening and it's got my kind of energy. It's non-stop. It's 24 hours a day.
Do you mean that?
Absolutely. It's what I want to do. Is it all right with you?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Rubin!
A lot of events like this will take place between now and Miami, where we want 1 million of you to turn up at the Republican National Convention to humiliate and defeat Richard Nixon!
Waste of
Mr. Cox, I'll ask you one last time. Will you allow Miss Lennon to see her daughter?
No.
And I'm going to send you to jail for 5 days to think it over.
What's the point of sending him to jail? I don't want to punish Tony. I just want to see Yoko.
Right now, we don't even know where she is.
Putting him in jail won't change that, will it? Is the way we live so bad?
In his mind, apparently.
How do we get her?
Go back to New York and get custody from the courts there.
And then what?
Find her, take her. Legally.
It is the judgment of this court that the custody of the child, Yoko Cox, is to be given to her mother, Yoko Ono Lennon.
What do you mean you can't find them? It's been 2 weeks already. How can he keep slipping by you? He's flesh and blood, isn't he? No, I don't want excuses. I want my daughter. I want another detective.
All right. You're right about the spy, and he's out there again.
It has to be the government.
Do you think it's immigration?
John, come here. Listen to this. Can you hear those clicks?
What do you think that's tapping the phone? Is this place bugged? Who is it?
Special delivery for John Lennon.
Sign this, please. I've worn out your Imagine album. It's great. Thanks.
It's immigration. Throwing us out of the country.
Frank, it's Leon Wilds here. I need to pick your brain. I'm representing John Lennon and Yoko Ono in a deportation case. The government's refusing him immigrant status because of a cannabis conviction in London. Check out that conviction and see if it would stand up in an American court. Thanks. Tell me more about this surveillance.
They're watching us all the time. And, well, we think our phones are being tapped.
It has to be the FBI. They want to get us because of our anti-war stand.
I'll make some inquiries in Washington. In the meantime, you could really help your cause if you stay away from these high-profile anti-war causes.
That's exactly what they want us to do.
And we won't.
You're asking the American government for the privilege of living here. It's not a right they're forced to give. It's a favor they have the discretion to bestow. What you're doing is upsetting the Immigration Service and giving them further cause to be nasty. And this government, whether you like it or not, is Richard Nixon's. And every poll indicates that despite your best efforts, he'll be around for another 4 years.
Then we'll double our efforts.
I had no prior knowledge of the Watergate break-in. I neither took part in nor knew about any of the subsequent cover-up activities.
Here's your paper.
$20,000 people on their feet singing, and these bloody critics' heads are still in the Beatles.
Forget them.
Seems it doesn't matter what I do anymore. The critics are going to hate it.
Don't you think you're overreacting?
They hated my last album. Nobody bought it.
Once upon a time, there lived a man named Squidgy Bod.
What would you like for lunch?
Everything he did,
Come on, you're not planning on going on a protest fast, are you?
everything he touched, either
I'm not planning anything except watching the telly.
or fused or tore. His clothes were either too big or too small. But everybody loved him.
Yeah, John, I'm reading it now.
It's a conspiracy, Leon, at the highest levels, and it's not just Watergate. That's part of it.
But what they're doing to me and Yoko, spying on us, planting stories about us, that's part of it too.
But it's still conjecture, John. I mean, I can't take that into a deportation hearing.
They're after us, Leon, and if Nixon gets re-elected, they'll get us.
Young, young, hold on to a giant fall. Young, young, soft voice goes on and on. I hate you, where did it go wrong? Young, young goes talking to himself on the phone.
Yoko told me to keep it down.
Keep it down then. Did you vote?
No. They didn't miss my vote.
That's the sort of attitude that wins elections for the wrong people.
Is anybody listening to me in there?
You're doing great.
I just coughed a note.
Then we'll do it again, love.
If anybody's interested, McGovern has just conceded.
Conceded?
Nixon's in again.
That's your vote, man.
Tonight there are only 7 states left to be decided, California among them. 2 states, by all calculations, have been won by Mr. Nixon with 442 electoral votes. Far more than win. 2 states, or the District of Columbia, and 1 state,
This is it.
with 17 electoral votes. Not enough left undecided to change the vote one way or the other. In New York City, as we have said, for the first time since Coolidge...
Hey, John, come on, man.
John, what are you doing, John?
Come on, where? This is it.
Sometime earlier.
John, you're in the way.
This is the revolution.
Come on, John, take it easy. New York and California.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jerry Rubin. Jerry Rubin. Okay. And John and Yoko.
And he lost it.
Accessories.
That was the ballgame. First isn't just New York.
This is the bloody middle-class bunch who are going to protect us from them.
You, John, you're going to protect you from them.
Yeah, John, organize and they'll listen to you.
Yeah, it's up to you, John.
Right. First time that has ever happened.
Oh, man, where have you been?
The McGovern people may not have thought it was very tough. I'm sure they don't think it was now.
They're not listening to me.
While Senator George McGovern is making that speech to headquarters in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, more returns were coming in from the Pacific states. And while he was talking, we were able to project the state of California will go for President Nixon by 57%.
You want to go to the bedroom with
by
me?
57%. Now we're going to
Come on.
vote states and electoral votes at this point. As you can see, out of 50, there are only 5 left undecided. Mr. Nixon has, by our projections, won 44 and gathered 496 electoral votes. Senator McGovern has gathered the District of Columbia and one state, Massachusetts, which accounts for 17 electoral votes only. Still 5 left to be decided. We'll be back.
Yoko. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Look, I love you. Look, will you please say something to me?
You expect me to say it's done, isn't it?
Look, I was drunk. You know I can't drink. Look, the pressures have just been too much for me.
So you're in a pain. Oh.
If I could take it back, I would. But I can't. It's done. All right?
Just let me take a walk, all right?
Don't repress it. I know you're hurt. Will you forgive me? Please. I love you.
People say I'm cruel. Yeah, I'm a cruel chick, baby. Every day I thank God that I'm such a cruel chick, baby. When I'm on the phone, I thank God. My voice sounds smooth and clear without a trace of tear. When I'm at work, I thank God. I still have that smile I used to say with a day. Something inside me, something inside me died today. People say I'm cruel. Yeah, I'm a cruel chick, baby. Every day I thank God that I'm such a cruel chick, baby. When I'm with people, I thank God. I can talk heap when I'm crying inside. When I'm with friends, I thank God. I can light a cigarette when I'm choking inside.
Beautiful here, isn't it? Wouldn't it be nice to have a place in the country? We could get one. If the lawsuits don't break me up, the government doesn't throw me out of the country.
I think you need to go away for a while, John.
All right, where should we go?
Not me, you. We need to be apart for a while. We need space from each other.
How long? A week?
I don't know how long.
You want a divorce?
I want separation.
Why? Don't you love me anymore?
Yes, I love you. But we're suffocating each other. We've been together like Siamese twins ever since that night at Kenwood.
It's that girl at Jerry's party, isn't it? You've never forgiven me for that.
It's not about sex. It's about breathing. It's about air. It's about growth.
Yeah, who for? You or me?
Both of us. The world won't accept us as partners, no matter how we try. Maybe we need to be apart to breathe.
Where would I go? I can't even leave the country.
Go to Los Angeles. It has a music scene. The weather is nice.
I've never driven a car in this country before. I've never even been to a market.
I'll send May with you. You'll be fine, John. Just give it a chance.
Elliot. Hello. Elliot.
John. Hello.
Great. May, have you met Elliot Mintz, world-famous TV and radio interviewer?
Hello, May.
Hi.
How was the flight?
Must have been good. I can't remember a thing about it.
Yeah. Come on, I got a car waiting.
Did Yoko tell you why I'm here?
Yeah?
She booted me out. Did she tell you that?
Yeah, but come on, John. You're both my friends. I'll tell you exactly what I told her. Don't ever ask me to keep a secret from the other one, okay?
Fair enough. Well, something like that, anyway.
Right.
You old sod, what are you doing here?
Just passing in the street and I heard this terrible music and I just knew it had to be you.
Good to see you.
Hey, Lil!
Nielsen!
Oh, man! My boy!
You look great. Fat!
Do you think we could lay down one track before breakfast?
1, 2, 3, 4.
We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine.
Hello?
Hello, Yoko, it's me.
Where are you?
In a bar somewhere.
You know you can't drink.
Oh, it's all right. You were right about me coming here. Everybody's stopping by the session. Ringo, Harry Nielsen, Keith Moon, even Elton John's come by. Ringo's cutting an album. I told him I'd play on it. I'm going to write him a song next week. But Harry and I are talking about me producing his next album, and Elton and I are going to be working together as well. The creative juices are really flowing, you know.
Well, it's good, John. Just take it easy on the liquor, okay?
Oh, I'm all right. What are you doing now?
I'm writing. I have a new song.
Hey, that's good. It's good you're writing.
John, come on!
Look, I better go. I'll call you tomorrow when we can talk more. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Geez, John, you lighten up on that dime.
You don't know what you got until you lose it. You don't know what you got until you lose it. You don't know what you got until you lose it. Oh, baby, 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 give me one more chance.
We're going to bed, man.
No, that's not good.
Let's go see the
Eagle. Let's go back out, man.
Let's go see the Sandman.
What are you doing? I don't want to go there. Back to get
Tomorrow stays the same.
Get off me! Get off me!
You gotta hang on in.
Get your hands off me! Go!
You gotta help us.
Go!
He's getting ready to lose what you got.
Spectre!
Until you lose it.
Spectre!
What you got.
Where are you?
Until you lose it. You don't know what you got. Until you lose it.
Smash me bloody glasses!
Give me one more chance.
I can't see! Where is he? Where is he?
Hello?
I want to come home.
No, John.
Yoko, I hate it here.
No, John.
Anyway, you're
Hey, sit down.
subtitles. Shut up.
Drugs were just shut up.
Come on!
What am I doing here? I wake up either on the floor or in the newspapers. What the bloody hell am I doing here? Hold me, darling, come on, listen to me. I won't do you no harm. Trust me, darling, come on, listen to me. Come on, listen to me. Come on, listen, listen. How was that? Sounded good in here.
Sounded great in the air. Come on in and have a listen.
Okay.
It's going all the way to number one.
Oh, thanks, Elton. I'm out of favour here. It would be nice, but it's not a number one.
No, I bet money on it.
Look, I appreciate you helping me out, you know. And I'll return the favour.
How about appearing at one of my concerts?
How about a recording session?
Tell you what, if this song hits number one, you do a guest appearance with me. Deal?
Money in the bank.
Hello, Yoko.
Hello, John. You look terrible. What have you done to yourself?
Killed a few dragons that have been hanging out since Liverpool. Takes it out of your dragon slaying. It's good for the soul, but it's bad for the complexion.
So, it's better now, is it?
Well, don't you think so?
Well, let's see. I know Apple's still in receivership. Alan is suing you. George Ringo and you suing Alan. Northern Songs is suing you, and you're suing the U.S. government.
Oh, you forgot. I'm only 20 days away from being deported.
You win an extension.
I'm working at the record plant. I'm cutting a new album.
I heard.
I call it Walls and Bridges. Pretty good. Any news of Kyoko?
I've had letters from all over the world from people who swear they know where she is. I've sent detectives, but they found nothing. They advised me to give it up. So how's May?
It's fine. She's working on the new album. Look, Yoko. May and me, there was nothing...
You don't have to give me any explanations, Joe. We're both free people with no strings binding us. It's been good for me. I've been writing, performing. I toured Japan, too.
I want to come home.
Come on, John.
Look, it's been nearly a year. I've found out things about myself. I'm a better person.
That was never the issue. The issue is us together. And that hasn't changed because the world hasn't changed.
Do you love me?
I always love you.
Then I'll keep trying. I love you too.
America needs a full-time president and a full-time Congress to continue to fight through the months ahead for my personal vindication would almost totally absorb the time and attention of both the President and the Congress in a period when our entire focus should be on the great issues of peace abroad and prosperity without inflation at home. I shall resign the presidency effective at home tomorrow. Vice President Ford will be sworn in as president at that hour in this office.
Hello. Hello, Dr. Winston O'Boogie here.
This is not immigration calling.
Hello, Elton.
I guess I don't have to tell you that whatever gets you through the night is number one.
You picked it, friend.
Remember our deal?
I was hoping you wouldn't. Come in.
Did you hear that crowd?
I'll need earplugs. Look what Yoko sent me. I'm glad she's not here tonight. I'd never be able to go on.
I'll see you out there.
You know, Thanksgiving is a time of celebration. And to help us celebrate, I'd like to introduce you to a good friend of mine, John Lennon.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's alright, it's alright. Get your money on your line, it's alright, it's alright. Don't need the sun to come to flowers, oh no, oh no. Whatever gets you through your life, it's alright, it's alright. Do it wrong or do it right. It's alright, it's alright. Don't need to watch or waste your time. Oh no, oh no. Me darling, come on, listen to me. I won't do you no harm. Trust me, darling, come on, listen to me. Come on, listen to me. Come on, listen, listen.
Because I thought you needed a shirt. John, great show. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Hello, Yoko.
Hello, Elton.
Glad you could make it.
You knew she was here?
Yes, John.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello. What number are you calling? Yeah, it's the right number and it's the right voice.
Who is it?
It's Elliot. Yes, it's me. No. No, we're back together again. The separation didn't work out. Yeah, tell the world. Look, we'll ring you tomorrow.
We love you, Elliot.
Bye.
Look, John.
like our first night. Dawn at Kenwood. Come in.
Are you two all right?
Hello, Leon. What brings you here?
U.S. Court of Appeals has just overturned the Immigration Department's case against you. The judge ruled that your drug conviction would never have stood up in an American court.
What does that mean?
It means that you're going to be allowed to stay here permanently. I wanted to tell you personally.
Thank you, Leon.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch.
We love you, Leon.
Mr. Lennon, we're going to have to terminate this labor. She's not making any progress, and it's taking its toll on her.
What do you want to do?
A cesarean section.
That's surgery.
She had her last child 12 years ago. Her age and size are working against her, and if we continue on like this, we're going to jeopardize both her and the baby.
Mr. Lennon, you've got a baby boy. Everything's well. You'll be able to see your wife in a couple of hours.
We did it.
She's still groggy.
Why the blood?
She's lost quite a bit.
Hello, Mother. We have a son. Healthy, 8 pounds, 10 ounces. He's so beautiful.
What day is it?
It's the 9th.
Happy birthday.
Hello? It's a boy, Mimi. I'm born on my birthday. Can you believe it? We've named him Sean.
Oh my God, John. Don't brand him with an Irish name.
It's Irish for John. And don't worry, he'll be raised internationally and he'll be a citizen of the world.
男の子? Yoko に男の子が生まれたんですって。
Tell her his Japanese name.
名前はショーン太郎小野レノンです。名前はショーン太郎小野レノン。
Oh, tell her he has the Yasuda forehead.
ジョンがこの子の額は安らのおでっこだって言ってますよ。きっと可愛い男の子でしょうね。She says he must be very beautiful.
Tell her, like father, like son.
We really have to get him crib.
Oh, it's good for him to be sleeping with us. He's too young to be put behind bars. Right, Sean?
Right, Daddy.
Do you know, 2 months from now, my recording contract is over. For the first time in 15 years, I won't be obligated to make music for anyone. I can do what I want. What I want is to bring up our son. They say the first 5 years of childhood is the most important, right? I want to be there for I wasn't for Julian. I was either in the studio or on tour somewhere. I wasn't even there when he was born. I was a hungry boy then. Now I'm 35 years old. I'm not hungry anymore.
You know, we have a cook and a nanny.
Oh, that's fine, but they're not his own flesh and blood.
So what am I supposed to do?
Look after the business.
Those business people make me crazy.
Oh, you can handle them. You've done it before. Look, I don't want to hire another business manager. I'm tired of not trusting people. Do it for us. Well, try it.
Okay.
People say I'm crazy, doing what I'm doing. Well, they give me all kinds of warnings to save me from ruin. When I say that I'm okay, well, they look at me kind of strange. Surely you're not happy now, you no longer play the game. People of advice designed to enlighten me. When I tell them that I'm doing fine, watching shadows on the wall. Don't you miss the big time, boy? You're no longer on the ball. I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them go. No longer riding on the merry-go-round. I just had to let it go.
Hello, Julian.
Hello, Dad.
Come in.
Welcome, Julian.
This is Sean. Hello.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Hey, come on in. How was your flight?
Oh, fine.
So, what kind of music are you listening to these days?
Sex Pistols, Clash.
The Sex Pistols?
Yes. Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious.
Rotten and Vicious, you're having me on.
I've heard of them.
Well, what kind of music?
Punk.
What kind of music, Sean?
Funk.
It's just in your ear. 12 bars of sugar. And you do anything to those three chords, right? See what I mean?
Yeah.
Same three chords all the time. And you can do anything you like with them just over the 12 bar. So a B and then an A.
Hello.
Who is it?
It's Yoko. Where are you calling from? Are you all right? Yes. It's the Dakota Apartments. It's on 72nd and Central Park West. Yes. Kyoko. She hung up. She wants to come here for Christmas.
Well, where's she calling from?
She wouldn't say. She just says she's coming to New York for Christmas and she wants to see me.
Maybe she'll call again. At least you know she's alive.
What's this? You'll have to buy me a new dress.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by.
Okay. Don't touch it with your hands, it's football.
I know, but
Come on then, kick it to me with the foot.
Excuse me, sir.
Very good.
Aren't you one of the Beatles?
Oh, not since you were his age, my dear.
Could I have your autograph?
Yeah, sure.
Daddy, what's a beetle?
Now find a change my mind. I've opened up the doors. Help me.
That's me.
No.
It is. It's me over there on my own. You see these two men over here on the microphone?
Yeah.
Well, their names are Paul and George. Did you see the man on the drums?
Yeah.
Do you know what his name is?
No.
His name's Richard. Everyone called him Ringo.
Hi.
Hi.
Look at Daddy. He's a beetle.
Yes, he was, wasn't he?
He went off bad.
Yes. Okay, put him on. Hello, John.
Have you heard this new wave music?
Which one?
Any of it. There's nothing new about it. You've been doing it for years and they've finally caught up with you. Put the business deals in automatic pilot and start writing. We're going to put together an album.
We are.
I've already started writing. Sean will be 5. I'll be 40. The time has come, the walrus says.
Kiss me, love. Just one kiss will do. Kiss me, love. Just one kiss will do. Why then, why like more heart? Kiss me, love. I'm bleeding inside.
getting better and better. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy.
Why can't I come with you?
Look, we'll be very late tonight. But if you're a very good boy, we'll do something together tomorrow. How's that?
Okay.
Close your eyes and go to sleep now. That's it. If you keep your eyes closed, I'll sing you your favourite song. How's that? You know what it is, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, Liverpool, lovely Liverpool, why don't you behave just like other girls do? Why must my poor heart keep following you? Just stay home and love me, my Liverpool.
Walking on thin ice, I paid the price for throwing the dice in the air. Why must we learn it the hard way and play with life real hard? I gave you my life, you gave me my life, like a gush of wind in my head.
It's a beaut, John.
Thanks. I think it's the one she's been needing. The hit single. I think we should go on tour together. It's been a long time since we played in public. We could even do a new version of I Wanna Hold Your Hand. Hey, you know they say life begins at 40?
No, it begins at 48.
Oh, for you, yeah. No, I believe it. I'm so excited. It's like I'm 21 and I'm saying, wow, what's going to happen, you know?
You know, around the first time I met you, I went to a palmist, and he said to me, "You're like a very fast wind that goes speeding around the world, but you have no route. You've met someone who's fixed like a mountain, and if you get connected to this mountain, you might get materialized." Thank you for my roots. I love you.
I love you.
So what do you think? Should we have a bite to eat before we go home?
No, let's go home and see Sean, okay?
Thank you.
Evening, Jose.
Good evening, Mr. Lennon.
Beautiful night.
It certainly is.
Mr. Lennon.
There are places I remember all my life, though some
I love you.